I did really well in January trying to keep my purchases low, and I still have tons of food left in the camper. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the things that I ate this month and how I reused some items in a way that I never had before, but it was delicious. And also, I'm going to show you a small shopping haul that I did to get through. So I hope you enjoy this video. Hi, I'm Bonita and I am early retired. I'm not old enough yet for Social Security. I'm living on a low income and I am living off of savings. And right now I'm spending the winter in my RV in the Rio Grande Valley in South Texas. I normally live in Kansas. I have frugal videos all year round, and I hope that you will join me this year in 2025 as we share ways to save money and live our dreams. Eating less expensive meals doesn't mean we have to go without flavor, enjoyment, or actually having a really nice meal. So, I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I ate this past week that cost me pennies. I hope you enjoy. I brought 4 hamburger buns down with me from Kansas when I came, and I stuck them in the fridge so that they wouldn't go bad and they would last longer. Now, these things last forever these days. I don't know what they put in them for preservatives, but they last a really long time beyond the date. So I decided I was just going to butter them and toast them and make them into grilled cheese. As I've shared with some of you before, I only try to buy like one bread product at a time for me because I just can't go through it fast enough. And I also have tried to cut back on how much bread that I eat. So I buttered both sides. I added a piece of cheese. I toasted both sides. And I have to tell you, these were the best restaurant quality grilled cheese I have had. So if you have something weird left over and it's not the traditional thing you would use, think about using it in a different way. I had never thought about using my hamburger buns to make grilled cheese before, and I definitely will remember to do it next time. Using those 4 hamburger buns and cheese made me 2 meals. I didn't think I could eat 2 of them, but I definitely could. It was so good. I usually try to make 1 at a time, see if I'm hungry before I make something else because sometimes my eyes are bigger than my stomach. So in this next video, I'm going to show you a few of the things that I picked up for my last shopping trip to make my food stretch a little bit farther. It's the end of January and I just got back from a tiny shopping haul. So what I got was 2 more coffee creamers. I had $1.50 off coupon at HEB, making these $3.23 each. I got my orange juice finally, which was 32 ounces, and it was $1.98. Now, if you double this, that's going to make it like $3.96 for 64 ounces. That's a really good deal because the other name brands are 52 ounces and 59 ounces for $3.98. So this was actually a better deal being in the smaller size and being the store brand, and that's all I need to make my smoothies with. And then I got 2 Panera loaves of bread, and these are good until the middle of February. And wait till you see the deal that I got. I went to CVS and I had a $4 off a $4 coupon. So I got one of these for 49 cents. It was $4.49 minus the $4 coupon. And then when I checked out, I got another printout for another $4 off a $4 purchase. So I went in and I got one more. So I got 2 loaves of bread, Panera brand, quality bread, 80 calories a slice for only 49 cents a loaf. That has to be the deal of the month. I had eaten down some of my food in my fridge and my freezer, so I was able to put one of those loaves of bread into my freezer for when I need it. I was so excited. What a great deal. My next stop was to the local Dollar General. I was given $2 off of a $10 purchase coupon for my birthday in January, and I had already purchased some cat litter when I first got here, but I had calculated it and I wasn't going to have enough until I go home in April. So I quickly scanned the dollar section, came up with a couple of items, got my cat litter, which I had downloaded a digital coupon for $1 off of that as well. And then I found some other great deals on their coupons that I picked up. And I'm going to show you what I got to save myself money later on. Now I have enough cat litter to last until I go home, and I'm just storing it in my trunk out of the way. And that way, when I need it, I can just refill from my trunk. They had 52-ounce Ajax for $4 each, buy one, get one free, making them $2 for this giant bottle. And if you've watched one of my prior videos, you know that I love this product. I think it's as good as Dawn detergent, so I try to stay ahead of the sales. Then I picked up a deodorant because I was almost out from the dollar section, and then my splurge was these electronic wipes from the dollar section. Now I'm going to show you some of the other meals that I made this month, and it was just for pennies. Today I'm just using a can of refried black beans that are the HEB store brand that I had in my cabinet here in the camper. And then when I was at home before I left, I found this spicy Spanish rice-a-roni heat and eat package. And I thought this will be great for the camper. It was on clearance for only 77 cents. So you can bet that I snatched that right up. Now it says that there is 1 3/4 cups in this rice-a-roni package, and there are 3.5 half-cup servings in these refried black beans. So I can make several meals of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them to my tortillas. Now, these tortillas, again, tortillas last forever beyond the date. These are from September of 24. I've kept them in the fridge. There's not a thing wrong with them. You can freeze tortillas, but they just take forever, like months and months to go bad. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of my black beans and use a knife to spread it on my tortilla. I went ahead and preheated my Spanish rice just a little bit in the microwave, put a little bit of that in there, and then I'm just going to toast it in the pan to make a delicious, like, fried taco or fried burrito, whatever you want to call it. And this is going to make me quite a few meals. I'm guessing at least 4 meals. Mm, so good. None of those meals were complicated. None of them were super difficult, but sometimes we just don't think about making simple meals and how easy and delicious they actually can be. Now, I could have prepped all of those tortillas and pre-made my tacos for later, but I wanted that fresh, hot, crispy flavor of them coming right out of the pan. So I'm just going to make them as I want to eat them rather than pre-making them and having to reheat them. But you could certainly do it that way too. These things that I talk about on these videos, they're just simple stuff. Sometimes we think about having to make our meals more difficult or more attractive than they need to be. But as you can see, that little pan fried tortilla, it was very attractive and it was super delicious and super simple. Mexican food is some of the cheapest food that we can throw together. Not everything has to have meat or salsa or sour cream. Now, you could have added that if you wanted to, but I just had a meatless few meals for pennies on the dollar. Simple living can come easier for some people than others, and I am highly aware of that. I was raised very simply. I was raised in the 70s and the late 60s We got a microwave when I was in junior high. I got my first stereo when I was in high school. I had hand-me-downs from the neighbors. We cooked from the garden. My dad was a farmer. So simple living for me has been so adaptable. I just went from living at home to living on my own in a lot of the same ways. But I know for a lot of people, sometimes these simple living ideas come a little bit harder because we are used to seeing the fancier meals and the more modern equipment and the more modern kitchen gadgets and modern phones and all of these things that we are used to now. So I like to share these simple living videos to try to inspire people to maybe think about what they already have or ways that they can cut their budget in ways that won't affect them and will give them a little extra spending money for places that they maybe really need that cash. So I hope that this has inspired someone today. I hope that it has given you some ideas of some things that you can make simply in your own kitchen and in your own home, and maybe it will save you some money today. Thanks for watching today. I always appreciate you guys' support. Please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the next video.